Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today we got a brand new story to share with you. So let's begin. Welcome back to my video. I hope you enjoy today's story. The decisions we make can lead us down paths from which there is no return. This story is about one such moment. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in. Leon and Lila had only been married for a few years. Leon never expected that tonight would change everything. Tonight, Leon and Lila attended a high school friend's celebration party together. The party atmosphere was lively, the music was playing, and everyone's laughter filled the room. Leon noticed that Lila seemed nervous and often checked her phone. It seemed like she was texting someone or waiting for someone. Leon was a little nervous, so he stepped out onto the balcony to get some fresh air. After a few minutes, Leon returned to the party. He returned to his original position, but Lila was not there. Leon looked around, but he couldn't see her standing with her group of friends as usual. He began to feel worried. He glanced around, but all his friends were chatting happily and laughing. Leon, he made his way through the groups of people, his eyes stopping in a hidden corner at the back of the room. There, under the dim light, he saw Lila standing and talking to a strange man. The gestures were more than just a casual exchange. Lila chuckled, her eyes shining with something strange. Leon's heart sank as he silently observed. The man seemed more intimate with Lila than usual, and Leon couldn't deny that his own feelings were starting to grow. Everything before Leon's eyes seemed to spin. He stood in the darkness. He watched Lila and the man, and their behavior made him think. He felt a growing doubt in his heart. As they spoke, he saw Lila nod at the man, then suddenly she turned and walked towards the back door, while the other man walked towards the main door. He felt anxious and nervous. Something was wrong. Lila had been avoiding him all evening, and now seeing her sneak away, he knew he couldn't stand still any longer. He decided to run. After Lila, Leon moved closer. He had a series of questions swirling in his mind. Was she meeting that man? Had everything he feared come true? As Lila put her hand on the doorknob, preparing to open it to leave, Leon's voice suddenly rang out from behind her, startling her. "Lila, where are you going?" Lila paused. Her shoulders shook in surprise. She turned around. Her eyes met Leon's. His sudden presence made her flustered, and her voice trembled slightly. "I'm just going out for a bit," she said. "I'll be back soon." He was filled with anger and unease. "Why didn't you tell me when you went out with that man? I would have been there with you." His voice was low but clear, full of doubt. Lila lowered her head, avoiding Leon's gaze. Her silence only confirmed what Leon had feared all along. Leon looked straight into Lila's eyes, feeling his heart tighten. Her words only made things worse. "You're my friend. You can't sneak out to meet him like this." Leon's voice was low and cold. Lila didn't answer right away, but the tension between them grew. Lila stood there, her eyes watering, but not because she didn't know what to say, but because she knew that what she was about to say would ruin everything. She hesitated to look into Leon's eyes, then sighed. Her voice was full of worrying and regret. "I don't know what to say, Leon. I don't want to hurt you, but I need it. I don't know why, but he makes me feel alive again. He's different." Lila's words were like a knife stabbing Leon's heart. Leon was shocked. He stood there, stunned, unable to believe what he had just heard. The woman he loved, the woman he thought he would spend the rest of his life with, was now talking about another man as if he were no longer part of her life. Leon tried to stay calm, but his heart was breaking. "I can't explain it," Lila said, her voice breaking. "I know it's terrible, but I need this, and just for tonight." Those words made Leon's voice shake, filled with anger and pain. He asked her if she thought one night with another man would destroy their marriage. Leon spoke like a roar of anger and despair. Lila didn't dare look Leon in the eye. Her eyes were filled with tears, and her face was full of regret. But her excuses seemed to die when faced with the harsh truth that she had created. "You broke everything, Lila." Leon continued, his voice gradually breaking. "You didn't just betray me physically. You destroyed the trust one had in you. You destroyed what I had believed in for so long. Our marriage wasn't just based on empty promises, but also on trust and respect. Leon, I'm sorry, Lila said, choking back tears. She bowed her head, her voice filled with regret, but still trying to explain. I need this, please understand. She turned, intending to walk towards the door. But as her hand touched the doorknob, Leon's voice rang out cold, but decisive. If you walk through this door, we'll be over tonight. The words were like a knife cutting. Lila was left speechless as she stood there, unable to move forward. Her sobs grew louder as the pain and anguish in her heart burst forth. She turned to look at Leon, but his eyes were empty, no longer forgiving, no longer hopeful. Lila's heart shattered as she realized that if she continued walking, everything between them would truly be over. Her eyes were red with tears, and her voice was choked as she said, I don't want what you said to be true. I don't want to end this marriage. Leon took a deep breath to calm himself down. If everything was going to change after tonight, he had to accept it. Leon stood still, his heart clenched as he heard Lila's words. He had hoped she would stop, that his final warning would make her reconsider. Instead, Lila still chose the path she thought would bring her the freedom and emotion she was pursuing. With tears in her eyes, Lila walked out the door, closing what had once been love and happiness between them. The door closed behind her. She made a soft but clear sound, as if marking the end of a chapter in both of their lives that night. Leon and Lila ended it all 2 weeks after that. Leon was still trying to get used to his new life without Lila. Every day was an effort to forget the painful memories, but the wound was still there, smoldering and aching. One evening, while sitting in the house that was now quieter than ever, Leon's phone rang. Lila's name appeared on the screen, making his heart beat a little faster. Leon hesitated for a moment before picking up the phone. Lila's voice trembled as she spoke, her words choked back. I'm sorry, Leon. I was wrong. That man is not who I thought he was. He was just a playboy, always looking for other girls. He didn't care about me, not like I thought. I chose the wrong path. Lila began to sob over the phone, her voice filled with deep regret. I don't know what I was thinking when I left you. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Leon, I want to come back. Can we start over? I promise to fix things. I'll love you and never make the same mistake again. Leon was silent. His heart had been broken once, and now Lila was begging him for a chance to come back. But the memory of her betrayal was still there. Finally, he said, Lila, I loved you more than anyone, but you chose to leave me, and that destroyed everything between us. What happened cannot be simply forgotten. I tried to move on without you, and I thought it was the best for both of us. Lila was silent, her tears still flowing. Her betrayal had broken something beyond repair. There's no going back. We're over, and I hope you find your way to, Leon said in a low, but firm voice after he finished speaking. Leon quietly hung up the phone, and the beep sounded in the quiet space like the end. Both he and Lila had to face the truth. This relationship was over, and they would no longer walk the same path in life. But although painful, this ending also gave Leon and Lila the chance to each walk on their own new path with valuable lessons about love, trust, and honesty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.